Hello there, it's me, Ratchet Gamer, and welcome to another Minecraft video. Now, do you guys notice something a bit different? Well, I think you can clearly see the mouse right now. I finally managed to make to turn my phone into a decent computer so that I can literally use a keyboard and a mouse. I used an OTG cable and it works pretty fine. The only downside is that it does not work as well as Minecraft does in Java Edition, because as you can see, it still doesn't work, like moving the mouse left to right, to left or to the right to move the camera angle. You still need to hold down click to look around, but it works pretty decent. And no, I'm not pressing the buttons for moving. I am actually using the keyboard right now. The only downside that I don't understand is why Shift apparently doesn't work to fly down. But that's another topic. I can finally do this. Yay, I can do finally. Alright, now let's start the actual video that we're here for. Today I wanted to make a short list of Ratchet Clank vehicle designs in Minecraft. So I'm gonna start with the one that some of you guys might know already. It is the Blarg. I'm not sure what it is called. I'm actually gonna call it the Blarg Speedrunner. I don't know why. Because I'm calling it that because in Ratchet Clank 1, Ratchet and Clank are looking for a faster ship, and then they find this on the Blarg station. Not Blarg station, not the one that we have just completed a few days ago. I'm talking about the Gemlik base, or Gemlik base, whatever it's called. This is... I actually made a tutorial on how to build this. I will leave a link in the description for that video. Now let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is the... what was it called? The Courier Ship? Maybe. The ship that you get on Novalis after you meet the mayor. I think his name is Mayor Buckwash or something. So I'm not too proud of this design. I tried my best to represent it. Yeah, I think it turned out alright. Now, moving on to Ratchet Deadlocked, a game that we have not played yet on the channel. I have played it. This is the... not this one. This is the Interplanetary Transport. And I try to represent as much of it as possible. So as you can see, it has 3 modules in which the gladiators are put in. A thruster area, I guess it is. I mean, a thruster module. And a pilot module. It has pretty tiny wings, as you can see. Trying my best to go down since shift apparently doesn't work. Now this is from Ratchet Clank 3. It is the Tyrannoid Dropship. I think this turned out... I think this is one of the best designs so far, along with that the Blarg Speedrunner. I actually used a pretty cool technique here to make to surround the redstone block with iron trapdoors. However, the one thing you don't want to do, because it will mess up the technique, is press that button. If you press that button, it messes it up. So I really don't want to do that. If you look at the back here, I used some magma blocks to make the thrusters. Here I actually used paintings. There's some buttons in there. You can't really see them because they're covered. It has a bit of a door here, like I think that's what it's supposed to be. And if you take a look at on the bottom, apparently I forgot to make that detail. There was supposed to be like a sphere here that you cannot do in Minecraft, but I could have easily represented it. Let's do that. Yeah, better. Actually, I can use the numbers. I'm using the numbers to do that. Anyways, up at the front, I couldn't really connect these. I tried my best to represent these guns. Yes, they are guns. I used a skull, an end rod, and a hopper, as you can see. Now, number 4 or 5? 5. Number 5 is the Trooper Dropship, also from Ratchet Clank 3. This is the Tyrannoid Dropship. This is a Trooper Dropship. They work in similar ways. I think I forgot to make the doors because it was supposed to have some doors on the sides. These thrusters are supposed to rotate, so they I should use some commands to actually do that. Oh wait, I can't. I wanted to do this, but sideways stairs don't exist yet, sadly. So that I could actually make this square shape with a hole in it, looking up at the sky. That could have been cool. So yeah, those rotate so that it can float. Stand in one point. Now moving on to a ship from. Oh yeah, I did that. Now I cannot use. I'm using left. Right. I'm using left click to look around and place blocks because apparently that's the way it works. And if I press right click, it just opens the menu. Escape also works, but I'm not sure why right click does that, and it's not in the. Anyways, this is the Exterminator bot dropship from Ratchet Clank 2. I actually saw a slight resemblance in all 3 of these when I actually looked at reference pictures making these. They actually have the exact same windshield, cockpit, windshield, whatever. At the back here, nothing too fancy, it's just a circle. I try to make some fires. Anyways, this ship, it actually lags pretty much. The way this ship drops the exterminator bots is from these things, which apparently also have thrusters at their back, which is weird. So these things, the cobblestone areas are supposed to be doors that open up and drop the exterminator bots. Moving on to number 3, what this was supposed, what this was here. Oops. What this here was supposed to be. This was supposed to be a shooter. Like it was made to look like how the dropship, the hover ship shoots. This is the hover ship from Ratchet Clank 3, and I'm pretty proud of this design, especially that it only works right now. Oops. Oh my god, no! Alright, I'm back. Oh my god. Yeah, sorry for the previous background noise. It was my cat playing with a oh, I'm not sure what she was playing with. I just fed her, and now we can actually continue the video. Sorry for the previous background noise. Now, what I was saying is that so far it only works on Minecraft Pocket Edition, and not only that, but it's probably never gonna work in Java Edition for one reason. Even though Java Edition now in the latest snapshot has the stonecutter, it does not have this texture. The stonecutter in the new version is something that looks more like a stone slab with a 3D saw blade, like half a saw blade on top, which means that it would not work in Java Edition, and it's probably not going to work in Pocket Edition or Bedrock Edition, whatever it is going to be called. It's probably not gonna work in Bedrock Edition anymore in newer versions once the new stonecutter appears, like comes out for Bedrock. Because from what I know, Mojang, whatever you call it, is trying to actually make all games look the same. Everything work exactly the same in the newest version, so that everyone can join, and everyone, literally. Like, a player that's playing Java Edition could play with the others on Bedrock Edition, because Bedrock Edition is what Bedrock Edition is basically Pocket Edition plus Xbox Edition, PS4 Edition, Nintendo Switch Edition. All those editions can currently play together. Everyone that is on Bedrock Edition can play together. Not me. I'm right now on a very old version. I'm on 1.5.1. I keep this version because apparently when I try to play on the newer version, my worlds don't copy to the newer version. I'm going to try and fix that problem, and once I do that, you will see videos on that version, because I really don't want to lose everything that we've done so far, especially Myland City. If you have not checked that series out, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Now, for the back here, the quote-unquote fire that the hover ship that comes out of the thrusters of the hover ship is white. The fires are white, so I actually tried to make them out of glass and cobwebs, and it turned out pretty okay. Now, for a bigger build now, we have the Q-Force dropship, whatever it's called. I'm calling it the Q-Force dropship because the Q-Force is easy. So now we can actually see one that has an interior, has a TV screen here that I represented with a painting, and it has a weird shape that I actually tried to represent using levers and staircases. Now for the door, I did not actually give it any more details. It's just like, it's not actually only diagonal like this. It has a rounded shape around the bottom. Yeah, I try to give it as many details with levers, buttons, and pressure plates up the top, and some on the sides. I try to make this thing using glazed terracotta. On the back, the bigger thrusters turned out super cool with the glazed terracotta. I could not actually use glazed terracotta for the bottom ones, so I actually used beacons. And for the sideways thrusters, which are down there, if I could, yeah, there we go. I used some light blue shulker boxes. Now the next design is, this was from Ratchet Clank 3. Now the next design is from Ratchet Clank 1. It is the Blarg bomber. The Blarg bomber has 4 sections. It has the pilot module, the wings module, the rotating bomb module, I guess, and the thruster module here. And it has 3 wings, I guess, on the back. It has a cone shape here. This, like I said, it rotates. And the green stuff here is supposed to be the visor. Now it also has a gun, because how can it be a bomber without a gun? Right here. Now the bomber, this is the actual Battalia design. The design that you find on planet Battalia. There is a second Blarg bomber design that appears on Gaspar. And on Gaspar it has 2 bombing modules, and it has a hole somewhere, like an actual big rectangular opening, which allows for the fuel tube to go into, which apparently catches on fire once you break its fueling station. Weird. And the ship blows up after that. Anyways, that's pretty weird, and it's a pretty similar design, but I only went for this one because there aren't many reference pictures for the Blarg, for the Gaspar design, so I went for this one. Next up is the, I really don't know what this ship's name is. I think it's the Blarg Saucer? Not really sure. The Blarg Saucer has 2 thrusters at the back, 2 guns at the front, and 2 wings, and it's completely spherical, kinda. And I actually used in here a villager that is called Blargs. So let me just go grab some glass right now. I'm not sure how to do this. I think it works like that. So as you can see, his name is Blarg. Didn't really give him a name. Anyways, now this is a design that I worked on a pretty long time. That's why this video didn't come out when I wanted it. This design is Captain Quark's Starfighter from the Gemlik base. This is a boss battle. This boss battle here is pretty long. It has 2 types of attacks. It has the rockets down at the bottom. It has a tractor beam in the middle, and it also has some mines up at the top. And I'm actually working on a Lego digital designer design of this ship, which is actually modular, because when you fight this starfighter, the way it works is you attack this thruster and it cuts off that whole side, Then you attack this thruster and it cuts off that whole side, and then you destroy this thruster and this thruster, and it remains a pretty rectangular design. And then you attack the bottom thruster, which is apparently just a thruster, and then you attack the whole ship, and then the ship crash lands on planet Ultanis. That's in Minecraft it doesn't really work, although in Lego Digital Designer I can actually do that fairly easy. So I'm going to make a video on that as soon as that model is done. Now the next 3 designs are super small, and one of them is using commands. I will tell you which. You'll actually kind of notice. This is the Blarg helicopter. Now, apparently this little guy here, which is a Blarg, doesn't want to stay in the seat. These villagers, for some reason, don't want to sit here on this trapdoor. Anyways, yeah, he was supposed to sit here, right on this trapdoor, like this. And apparently these villagers actually do that, stay that way for quite some long time, and then they realize, oh wait, I'm standing on a trapdoor, which no mobs, no creatures from Minecraft think that they can, because they don't consider this a walkable block, neither carpets. However, this guy is standing on carpets, which surprises me. Anyways, it has 3, I'm not sure what these are called, pellets on the helix. I'm not sure what I'm going. It has a triple. I'm not sure. I really don't know what to call this. This is a helicopter, and it has a pretty small gun right there at the bottom. The second is the next design here is pretty complicated. I actually had to search for the command to actually place these levers in this position. Wait, no, it's the same. It's the same command. I actually used. I think I actually went pretty stupid and actually looked for 2 different commands until I realized that it's the same command, because these actually don't break if you use them, even if they're clearly standing on nothing. However, in Java edition, you do need to search for the 2 different commands, because in Java edition, if you click on the lever that is standing on nothing, or on a block that it's not supposed to sit on, it's most likely going to consider it as a block update, and it's going to ruin it, because if I place a block underneath it, it is going to consider the game is going to consider it as a block update, and the lever is going to disappear. Not a very complicated design everywhere on the rest of the build. However, another command was this sign right here, which I think if I click on, no, alright. This top area only used the command to put this sign on the carpet, because you cannot do that. But otherwise, everything is completely normal. These don't actually update that sign, because I think the one that would update that sign would be breaking this, placing something down there or above, or breaking the carpet itself. The wheels are using black concrete powder, because it looks like it's the same design, same wheel design. I didn't want to use any other block because none of them looked as good. And for the last design that I've got for today is the taxi. taxi here is pretty simple. Has two kind of... I'm not sure what these are supposed to be. They're on the design. I actually used the exact same... No! Come on, I keep messing this up. I'm using the exact same design for the lights. I know that the actual design doesn't have the lights on the design, but I really couldn't find a way to put them, to actually make them look good. But that, I think that looks good. Like I said, I'm using the exact same design that I'm using on the Mineline City server, with the enchanted apples and normal apples for the back. On the bottom, not a very complicated design. Oops, I pressed E. I'm just adjusting to the controls because I have not played Java Edition Minecraft in a really long time. On the bottom, as I was saying, I made a stone slab. Actually, now it's called smooth stone slab. Anyways, a smooth stone slab cross, some levers to give it some shape, and some signs on the front and the back to represent the license plates. So these were all the designs I could come up with. I could actually work out some more, but I just said I could actually make this a two-part video. So once I find more Ratchet & Clank vehicle designs, I managed to make some good ones, I'm going to make a continuation of this video. Not for one design, however. If I only find one more, you're never gonna see that. So I'm going to actually try and find as many more as possible. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.